Let's have a beautiful experience. In this video, we're going to talk about some holiday growth hacks to naturally raise your testosterone, your human growth hormone, and make your penis bigger. It's a beautiful thing. You gotta love it. All right, before we get started, ho, grow. Please, subscribe to the channel. Give me the Arthur Fonzarelli thumbs up like so I say, hey, and like Rocky Balboa says, hey, yo, I didn't know bell. So make sure you ring the bell because I'm putting content out daily. And of course, follow me on my social media. I go by Jesus_Detroit on my Instagram, Snapchat, I'm YOUNGDAYGO. And that's right, man. In this video, we're talking about some holiday growth hacks because you know what we're all about here in the BCC. The Big Cock Consciousness, the Big Cock Collective, where I help you manifest a bigger, wider, thicker, longer, stronger, and harder penis. Help you naturally raise your HGH and your testosterone. I'm a spiritual guide and a mentor. I'm here to expand your mind and increase your size. So without further ado, ho, grow. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. And I know that intro is, a little bit, festive for the moment. And not everybody out there may or may not be participating in this beautiful holiday that we got, around us. Or maybe it's not there. Maybe you're like Rocky Balboa on Thursday, like I say, like, it's Thanksgiving. To me, it's just Thursday. And Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever you want to say might just be a day in itself, one and the same. And I just want you, I just intend on all you guys out there to feel beautiful. And one of the best ways to get through it is like I always do every day, and that's to start with gratitude, because gratitude's the attitude. And every moment before, go ahead and do this with me. Before my feet hit the ground, this is what we got to do. If you know me, you know the sound. Just go ahead, just grab what's around. I got a shot today. I feel beautiful. And that's what you got to go with every single day, because if you're breathing, you're alive. And me, I'm just waking up after being up all kinds of hours. And I slept on the couch a little bit, watching me a little bit of Netflix. And, I felt the inclination to make sure I get here to help everybody with their big penis manifestation, because what it all comes down to, like I always preach and say, it's about having it clear in here. Like I say, if you want beauty to appear, you got to keep this clear. You got to be a clear conduit for growth, which is why I'm always following that wu-wei flow, the path of least resistance, just maximum results without going with the resistance of I got to do this first, because of course everybody's different, to each their own with their day and what they got to get out of their way. But I'm just saying, if you get out of your own way, you find the flow of the day, and you don't get so tangled up in the results of it has to be laid out like this for it to be perfect. Then that's what this is all about. It's about enjoying the ride and not getting lost of the outcome. And like I'm saying here with the ho grow, I'm here to just put a smile on your face, because like I always say, the smile is divine. It's made inside the mind. And I just want to say that any given time, there's always energy for you to grab onto. And Tao Masters and Montauk Cheese, a guy I like to preach a lot on this channel. It's always worth talking about, because me with the semen retention and the chi charging techniques that I'm all about, and really putting that instead of ejaculate now, we're talking about putting it into your size, putting it into your muscles, putting it where it needs to go, where it needs to grow. The healing orgasm is something that I believe in. He talks about he's like a ninja with it, putting it in his organs and lungs, and really just feeling out every part of the body. And I believe that anything is possible. And this, this time of year, man, this season is upon us that miracles do happen. So go ahead and say that I am open for a miracle. Miracles come to me every day. It's a miracle to be breathing in that kind of way, but I'm just saying miracles do happen. And, like, what was that? Pulp Fiction I was watching. I'll give you a quick movie reference. I don't know if you ever seen that, but, they were talking about divine intervention when Sam Jackson and Travolta, Vincent Vega, And they ended up shooting the gun, and he ended up not dying. And Jules, that's Sam Jackson's character, was really blown away that he didn't die, and he felt like, there was a reason that he didn't die. And essentially, that's how you got to look at the things in life, as a miracle, as just, a blessing like that, where it's like, you got a shot to live, and at any given moment, if you don't want to be here, the people go away. And that's, like I always say, man, you really got to intend on being alive. You got to be happy to be alive. You got to be happy to know that we can increase our size, and that's a beautiful flow, because as I say, we're magic and divine, and the universe is on my side. So go ahead and write that down. I am magic, I am divine, and the universe is on my side. And with me getting all excited like this, talking about Tao practices, how if you come with energy, you can do no wrong. We'll go ahead and get a quick pump going, get my blood flowing, and let you know about Paramahansa Yogananda, the man, the guy that brought yoga here to the West, talking about how to make us our best. I say that the most important thing about yoga is something called balance, getting you off one foot. You can see people that are over 100 years old that don't have any pain, and that's really what it all comes down to, having that flexibility, having the flow to grow. And that's what yoga can definitely help you do. But as Paramahansa says, and like I always like to preach, Steve Jobs read his book, and he knows a few things too. We're talking through Steve Jobs right now, so I say salute. How you doing, Steve? And what we're going with here, and what we're growing with, is the mind-muscle connection, because as he says, the mind is the wielder of muscle. So it has nothing to do with how many sets you're doing. It has nothing to do if you're going heavy, if you're going light. If you're putting your mind into it, then you're doing it right, because that's where you're seeing the size grow. That's where you're seeing the blood flow. And I'm sitting here naked in a chair, Detroit Rock City, Christmas in the air, and I'm just feeling that grow. So go ahead and say this with me. If you gotta get one pump out, you go ahead and say, I am magic, I am divine, and I can increase my size. Oh yeah, it's a beautiful thing. You gotta love it, man. I tell you what, I ain't got a beer today, because I was sleeping on the couch, and got me a nice juicy pump, and we'll go with a nice water. You see, I balance it out, solid. I tell you, man, I get sweat on my brow from doing that every time. And that's the type of intensity that I'm always putting into my size. And whenever I'm working out, either a bicep, a tricep, a deltoid, wherever I'm at, you got to put that mind connection into what you're doing. And it makes a world of difference. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger even says, I can go to the gym and do one set. One set of one exercise and get more out of it than, a lot of people that are just going in there aimlessly, just not putting the mind into the muscle. Because if you're doing this, that's nothing. You got to put it into it. You know what I mean? And that's where the mind-muscle connection is real. Bodybuilders use it. Obviously, Arnold, Frank Zane, and then anybody that you're seeing on Instagram that's really, that's, got a body. They all know the mind-muscle connection for the most part. And I'm just, letting you know that it doesn't have to be, you don't have to snort for it, jab a vein for it. All you got to do is grab it, because essentially, excuse me, everything is there for you to grab onto. It's all in the air at any given time. The steroids are in here, man. We got the powers from the divine. I don't disagree with science, but I don't disagree with magic. Nothing's real unless you believe in yourself, Rocky Balboa. You look inside this mind, you got to understand that, I'm touching that third eye right there, man. We're talking a pituitary gland. We're talking human growth hormone. We're talking all the modes and the buttons and the divine and Hercules and Priapus, and all this stuff is in you to make you increase your size. And it's about keeping it clear to let the beauty appear, to let you grow, and to understand that you can. You got to understand that you are the magic. You are your own limiting resistance that can help you, make your body come into fruition. And that's what I'm all about here. So whatever you want to essentially happen, you put the mind and the practice and the muscle into what you believe, and you will definitely achieve. And that's what we're about here in the BCC. And I could teach you some more hands-on techniques, the masturbation for manifestation, the edging, the Kegels, the super edging, the super Kegels. I'm talking about how to put exercise with extra size. I can put a program, a practice into action for you, because there is essentially no wrong way to go about this. There is only your way, and I'm here to help you get out of your own way. I'm here to help guide you and put some, give you an outline that can really help you, increase your size. And that's what I'm all about. So you guys really want to get, want some extra information, I can definitely help you with your big penis manifestation. And, like I said, man, I'm a spiritual guide and a mentor, and I'll expand your mind and increase your size. And y'all know what we're talking about here with the holidays. The winter solstice is here. As the days are getting shorter, my penis is getting longer. You know what I mean? We're talking about having that huge piece of meat, swinging at the knees, thriving at the pecs, making you your best. We're talking about thick like that, you know what I mean? Being able to give it a kiss like that. How you doing? Having muscles that are huge. We're talking about being the giants that we are. We're talking about head in the clouds. We're talking about not worrying about the gremlins at your feet. And of course, not stepping on your friend's house or anybody that, anybody that's a good person that you don't want to hurt. I mean, because we're all about love. And that's what we're talking about. If I was talking about the third eye, we got to come down to the love, man. And that's really what it all comes down to. Gotta get that heart pumping. And I always gotta share this matrix hack no matter what. And this is definitely something that you really should take into account. And you could count on me waiting for you in the parking lot. All right, Mr. Larson. That's a Happy Gilmore reference. I always love that. But anyways, like I'm saying, anytime that, if you're around some family, if you're around some friends, wherever you happen to be, if you're on the phone, if you see somebody on TV, if you're in the line at a grocery store, all you's got to do is intend on that person, that being, that soul to feel some love today, have a beautiful day, and go along your way. And that's all you got to do, and you're making the world a better place. I'm telling you is that you got purpose. If you're waking up with a breath, if you're waking up with a breath today, that's enough to know that you belong here and you're ready to grow. We're going to be a clear conduit for growth, letting you manifest the best. Putting the right energy in the air is what this is all about. Because the more people that are doing this, we're going to vibrate this place into the magic that's already here. Take you away from all the other things that can get you, thrown down the holistic rabbit hole, as I say, where you can talk about, putting crystals under your bed. You can go another route with you could go with the more like Alex Jones talking about 5G, talking about, you're gonna let the globalists win. You gotta make sure that you get a steady diet of vitamin R, military grade iodine. It's like, I'm telling you, man, if you guys know who he is. One of the most entertaining guys to watch. I always love all kinds of oppositions. I believe that all truths are true. You just got to find the ones that make you. And, I say don't get lost in other people's, negativity and scare tactics, because that's no good for nobody. It's like, somebody was leaving me some type of comment the other day about putting some 5G thing on here, and it's just like, there's no need to give energy into what is beyond your now. You know what I mean? All you got to do is essentially just, be happy and grateful to be alive, and understand that the things that you can change are already in your mind. And that's why I like to say that, like when we're talking about diets and exercise, and, essentially the information is what makes things poison to you. And it's like, it's good to have, information on things. But it's bad too. I mean, if you're gonna if you're gonna take something like I said, eating McDonald's for instance, and all of a sudden think that you're eating rat poisoning, and then you feel guilty every time you have a Big Mac or a McFlurry or something, That's no good for nobody. I mean, you're going to be thinking that you're putting drugs into your body. What kind of results do you think you're going to be getting? Meanwhile, there's people that, don't believe that they're eating something bad, and they're not. Because like I say, man, there's so many different ways to go about this, and you can have a guy that's vegan, that's, that's soft and flabby. You can have a guy with a hard body that's eating Arby's. We have the meats, and I'm not saying that either one has more healthy or more not. It has to do with your own discipline and your own, motivation and your own manifestation of what you create. Because if you think that you got to be a vegan to have the results, then you will. If you think that you can't eat fast food, then you won't. But if you understand that you got the power to change, essentially what you want to create, and be like, you know what, I don't want to give up a McFlurry. I don't want to have to give up a Frosty. I don't want to have to give up having a Big Mac, a Whopper, or whatever, the Big Mac, or whatever, a Royale with cheese. All right, another one, man, a quick Pulp Fiction analogy. You know what I mean? You know why they call it a Royale with cheese? Metric system. And I know some of you guys out there already know what the metric system is. I always get, measuring the Celsius when it gets really cold in the polar vortex. Make sure you're checking out the grow in the snow. You know me, man, I'll take that cold air and I'll put it into me to make the size there. And that's what it's all about. But like I'm saying, man, don't get lost in other people's negativities about anything, because essentially there's a two-way street, a up and down, a all around. There's so many different types of depths to where we're at that you don't even need to get lost in your own words in your own mind. So whatever you want to do, just understand that we are divine, we are magic, the universe is on your side. Obviously, if you know that, your diet's got to change, then you're going to do that. You're going to know what you got to do along the way. I could be somebody that can help guide you as well. And of course, it's the discipline and all the other types of things that are going to definitely reward you. But at the same time, it's whatever you allow yourself to create. And that's all I'm really getting at. And every time I got to say that, man, because I really intend on everybody out there, not to get lost into all these like negative beliefs on anything. Always look into the good. And that's what we're talking about with the ho-ho grow. We're talking about holidays could be, so many different ways to people. Like I said, you might not know you got them. You hate them, might love them, whatever it may be. All I gotta say is focus on the good and everything, and you're gonna find something beautiful every day, I promise. The fact that you woke up breathing, that's something you should be grateful for. Another Rocky Balboa line, you ought to count your blessings. And that's true, man. Count your blessings, man. You're breathing today. You're achieving. You're alive, man. You're divine. You're a magic. We can increase our size. We got the ho-ho, grow, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, we got holidays here, man. We got so many beautiful things. The winter solstice, so many beautiful, exciting parts to just say, you know what, we're alive, man. 2020 is around the corner. We got some beautiful things coming. Numerology, it's a 4. 4 is a good number. 13 is a great number. We're talking about, this is a magical manifestation year. Let's make the beauty appear. Let's not get lost into anything negative. Let's always focus on the good. Whenever you go out there today, man, I intend on all you guys to feel some love in some kind of way. I intend on all you guys to feel beautiful. I intend on all you guys to have a beautiful holiday, no matter which way that you celebrate it, whether you do, whether you don't. I just intend on you to have a smile on your face, spread some love along the way, and that's what it really all comes down to today, man. The ho-ho grow. Probably be telling you a few other tips and tricks along the way. It's about not getting lost in your own flow. It's about if you gotta go take a nap and get out of the way, and that's what you gotta do to let it go. You know what I mean? So you gotta let it go, to let it flow. Embrace the season. You know what I mean? Embrace it or waste it. That's really what it all comes down to. That's my, a lot of my practice is based off of that. Like I said, man, just believe in who you are. Believe that you got a shot. Know that you got a shot, and understand you're a beautiful person. I believe in you, and anytime that you're loving yourself, you're loving everybody else. So make sure you start in here, and make sure you really love yourself. Go ahead and have a drink with the universe. Even if you ain't got anybody there, you can always give a toast to the man and say salute. It's a beautiful thing. I don't condone the use of drugs or alcohol, but I don't condone the use of you not having fun and not being yourself. You know what I mean? If you gotta do anything to put a big smile on your face and just have, have that reward for being alive, let's do it. Let's have some fun. Let's grow. Let's, like I said, become the giants that we intend on becoming. We're gonna have plenty more beautiful experiences to come. Ho, ho, grow. Like I said, get at me on my social media. You're gonna be seeing a lot more holiday activities, some peekanizis. I got my wolf and my bear over there having a slumber party. I got my kid C just popped in to take care of the neighborhood. Got a lot of beautiful things coming. 2020, ho ho grow, winter solstice, a beautiful thing. And I tell on you guys to spread some love. I love you guys. I'll see you around. We got so many more to come. So all I gotta say is peace.